Welcome to Her Voice Unleashed. We are dedicated to restoring balance in the world by empowering women to stand up, speak out, and boldly pursue their dreams. I'm Nikita Sharma, certified trainer, and with me here is
I'm Amita, physician and coach, and together we're breaking through societal norms and stereotypes while guiding you in your nurturing and your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. So today we're going to follow up on last time. Last time we talked a little bit about routine and how to set a routine, what could go well, what could go wrong. And so now let's talk a little bit about what has been happening with you for your routine. What did you notice about your routine? Did it go according to plan? Did it not go according to plan? And why?
Yeah, so for me, I found I've gotten into a really good routine lately, and it's been probably a good 4 or 5 years since I've started an actual morning routine. And sometimes it falls, sometimes it's great. But I was coming out of a period of it like being not great. And so I just layered it on every single day. I tried to do one more thing, started with just waking up at a decent time, doing my meditations, rewriting like my purpose, my why, because I found for me personally, if I don't have a strong anchor to my why and my purpose, my routine goes out the window because I'm like, what's it all for? So I got realigned with my purpose, wrote it out. And then I've been going to the gym earlier with my boyfriend, Dustin. We've been going at 5:45 and home by like 6:50. So, and then that I'm all fired up. Like, yes, I fell asleep first couple times, but it's been great. Like the day's been going smoothly. I feel more aligned and happier. And I'm like, it's always the routine. Anytime I'm in a funk mentally with my body, it's always because my routines are sloppy. So, yeah. How's it been going for you, Amita?
My routine has been all over the place. I think last time I talked a little bit about like the holidays, and I had all the parents here this month. Well, last month, the month of November just like flew by.
Mm-hmm.
I think that despite all that, I gave myself enough grace. And I also had built out, I have my routine like built out, right? So like my calendar is already stacked up with like gym and trainer and doctor and massage and work, obviously, and all those things. And so like even if I get off my routine, I know that I'm not actually too far off because everything is already scheduled for when I'm back. One of the things I kind of struggle with though is canceling things when spontaneous things arrive, or like, so, if like my mom has to go to the doctor, then I have to cancel my morning and I got to take her. I used to like it used to frazzle me to mess up my routine or mess up my calendar, my schedule. And so I think that has been a lot better. I just like, I can't go. This morning, well, the last few days I was away a couple of days and I made this like list of things I had to do, like Amazon returns and go to Trader Joe's and then like drop off my shoes for repair. Like, just like, there's like 4 or 5 things that I was like, I actually have to like run errands like for 1 hour
Yeah.
or whatever, and technically I was supposed to go to the gym at 9. That was what was on my calendar. But I also knew that I just needed to knock this stuff out. And so I did. And I'm okay with it, which
You're
is
okay.
not
Everything.
the norm. Like this, like I should have planned better. I should have gone to the gym and done one of them. I should have planned my day better. I shouldn't have stacked up meetings back to back so that whatever. I don't know. Like shoulda, right? So I did a lot of shoulding on myself in the past.
Yeah.
But today I just decided I was gonna, like I don't feel like I'm off the wagon or that everything's gonna come crumbling down anymore if I miss one gym visit.
Yeah.
Because yes, tomorrow I have clinic, so I'm not going to the gym, but Thursday and Friday, I know I will. So it's not like the end of the world anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's so important to highlight because, for example, for me, the gym and even my morning routine and like my nutrition, at one point, that was like everything I was doing, but it was almost like I was doing it so militantly, almost like out of a survival mechanism, out of like control. Like if I don't do it, then it means XYZ about myself, right? And that kind of rolls really nicely into our topic about self-acceptance and having compassion for yourself and allowing more flow into your life, not being so structured.
Yeah. Yeah. That it's there is a balance, right? Like so funny. You're like, have flow, don't be structured. Be structured. Like
Or just go with the
it's
flow.
you have to, I guess the bottom line is like you have to have your own back.
Mm-hmm.
So, I say that a lot with like calendaring and scheduling, but I think it means something even deeper here, which is like I know that if I go with the flow and I feel like something else needs to be done during that time, or I need to just go for a walk instead, um, that I have my own back and I trust myself to get back on track or
Mm-hmm.
back to what I think is better for me, both physically and emotionally or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
I know that I've got it on I don't have to double check that now, like I didn't change anything major today. Like I didn't have to move anything necessarily. Well, I canceled my wax appointment, but whatever. The point is like, that's not, I got to reschedule one or two things, but nothing too crazy. Like, it's not like, oh no, now I canceled my morning. Now I have to reschedule my morning because that's also kind of daunting, right? Because now you're like, oh shoot, now I have to like reschedule these 4 meetings with 4 more people or something.
Mm-hmm.
I know what, I guess the other thing is like maybe being a bit in tune with like the days where you have the ability to go with the flow and the days that you don't.
Yeah.
So that you don't come to a head where you're like, I just need a mental health day and I can't do anything today and I have to cancel everything. And then it's like, oh crap. Because of my mental health day, I have to reschedule everything and now it's going to create another mental health day.
Yeah.
Like,
That the loop.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like knowing that you're going to have days that are more flexible than others,
Mm-hmm.
days where there's more or less going on, whether it's external or internal,
Mm-hmm.
and like listening to it probably.
Yeah. 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 And I think like knowing yourself is really important with that of like, okay, am I the type of person with too much routine, I don't do well, like I rebel, or with not enough, I don't do well either. Or, it takes that knowing yourself. Or in the beginning, maybe do you need a lot? Or maybe
Yeah.
because you've had a strict upbringing or whatever, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
resent
Yeah.
for whatever reason. So
Yeah.
finding what works for you, so important. Trial and error.
And catching yourself in the like why you're doing the things you're doing. So like if it's I go to the gym at 5:45 because I need to or I have to, I should,
Mm-hmm.
is not the same as I go to the gym at 5:45 in the morning because I feel better when I do, and so I'm choosing to do so.
Right. Right.
I mean, I'm not sure there's a ton of people out there that are like, I love going to the gym at 5:45 in the morning. It's my like nature. Maybe,
No, definitely not. If
like maybe there's a few, maybe my dad,
yeah.
but it's more like I love the way I feel afterwards. I love that I took the time to take care of myself.
Yeah.
I
I love
but
that I
you
have
gotta just,
more of my day to like
yeah, I know it's
arrange.
done now. Like I've completed that self-care item,
Mhm.
something like that. So I would say that that's really like that, just catching the words you use when you're talking to yourself is really important. I know probably talk about this on every episode, but it's really the basic, like the baseline to deciding what you're going to do next. And it is self-acceptance, like noticing that I say should and have to instead of like I want to and I'm choosing to,
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
part of like Am I doing it because I have to, or I think I have to, which means I basically don't have a choice? Or am I accepting myself and then deciding I'm choosing to do it because this is part of my self-care and me time or whatever, you know?
Yeah. 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 Let's delve more into that about self-acceptance. That's what we wanted to cover on this topic today. So, what does self-acceptance mean to you?
Um,
Put you on the spot here.
yeah. I think it's like not beating yourself up both ways.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Mhm.
know that's not that's like the negative don't thing, but like, I think that's what ends up happening, because when you're not accepting yourself, you're like, I should have done this, I should have done that. So when I'm in the like, when I stop shoulding on myself, that's true self-acceptance.
Totally.
And it's
Totally.
not like it doesn't ever creep up. Like my brain is going to still, I mean, I spent, a few decades shoulding a lot. And I mean, it was fine. It wasn't horrible at the time, but
Mhm.
now it's no longer serving me. That's the point.
Yeah.
So knowing that the shoulds are no longer serving me. And so when they creep up, I choose a different word. I don't think to myself, I should. I think to myself, I choose. I want
Mhm.
to. I get to is the ideal thought.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
get to go to the gym at 5:45. I get to have this body. I get to wake up and see the sunshine.
Mhm.
I mean, it's might sound strange, but like it
The reframe
is.
is powerful
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
reframe transition between I choose, I want, I get to is, I think, the journey of true self-acceptance and true gratitude, of course. And I know it's all wrapped into one, so hopefully that answered your question.
Absolutely, absolutely does. I remember one of the first times I went to Toastmasters, and we introduce our roles when we go up, and then my role was the grammarian, I think. And so I was like, oh, this is my role. I'm the grammarian, and I have to count everyone's ums, ahs, and buts, or look out for useful, colorful language. And then the evaluator called me out on it. He was like, you don't have to, you get to. As a grammarian, you get to help us all improve. And I was like, you're right.
I mean,
But
it's just tricky. Like it's just that's just like, and that's not even like such an crazy deep implicit thing, except you get in the habit of saying, we get in the habit of saying I have to. And so those habitual thoughts are what then drives us and is our self-talk and part of our self-acceptance or non-acceptance.
yes, yes, exactly. And but I just remember it was such like a thing that stood out that it helped me later on, even into my later
Yeah.
years, to like watch my language. And just recently, the other week, I was it's been something that's been coming up for me a lot, like self-belief. I want more self-belief in myself. I want to not be so hard on myself. That's been a big one. And I do realize, like, okay, don't want to blame the parents, but like, man, my parents are super hard on me. And but I've been, instead of doing my gratitudes, I'm like, okay, what are 5 things I love about myself every single day? Even though I didn't do it in the past because I was like, oh, I should already love myself. I've done all this
Mm,
stuff. I'm this. I shouldn't
mhm.
have to do it. I should already love myself. But no,
Yep.
it's been only, honestly, within 3 days of me doing that, writing the things I love about myself, I could feel the shift already. And yeah, it's very powerful. So yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Hmm.
I have not ever done the 5 things I love about myself. That's, I'll try it.
I could do it right now. We can do it. I remember we
Okay.
even did
Okay.
exercise with a girlfriend too, and it's still powerful. So yeah, what are
Okay, let's see. I love that I have my own back when I look at my calendar now. Like I officially thank my past self. And I'm like, good job. Like you planned this and now it's on the calendar and now it's because I'm being super intentional. So I love that I have dedicated the last few years into some deeper self-work, coaching work, and it makes me a better everything, doctor, mother, wife, friend, probably. I love that I committed to a trainer after many years of debating it at the gym. And is that 4 or 5? 4. God.
That's number 3. So you got 2 more to go. Yeah.
I love that I don't. It's funny because I start thinking and I think of something I don't like. I love that I don't care much for material things. They don't like make or break me. And I love that. Oh dear.
It's hard. It's crazy like how hard it is.
I love my hair.
Yeah.
I almost never ever have a bad hair day. Like I know on the Zoom it's hard to tell maybe, but like it's not always good. It doesn't always look good on Zoom, but I almost never have a bad hair day. Or at least I don't think I ever have a bad hair day.
It's super flowy. It's always like really.
Yeah, other people might think I have a bad hair day, but I don't ever think I have a bad hair day, so that's fine. Like I schedule my haircuts, and I had like a haircut scheduled yesterday, and she was like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, "I know this is the problem. Like my hair like looks fine. It just starts to drive me crazy, but I just need like a bang retouch, I guess. I need to grow it a little bit more." And she was like, "Okay." I'm like,
okay. Simple. Like even another 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. What about you?
I love that. That's amazing. For me, I love that. Hey, yeah, let me check in with myself. I love that. Love to make people laugh and joke around. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. I say inappropriate things, but it's for a good laugh. And I love to just have I want everyone having fun. So that's a big thing. And another one is I am very determined towards my goals. I go through ups and downs just like every human, but I really love my tenacity and being able to pick myself up and being able to get myself back in routine. And my number 3, dedication to my personal growth, personal development in order for me to reach the goals and vision I have. Like I am so smart. Like I will figure out the ways, I will watch the trainings, I will make the notes. Like I'm very diligent and studious with doing those things. And I love that I love the gym. Like I truly love working on my body. I truly love it. Seeing my flexibility improve, seeing my strength improve, seeing me that I can improve my mind to muscle connection in this exercise. And what else? I love that, I have discipline with a lot of things, but with cooking and meal prepping, like I know Dustin sometimes he's like, "Oh, let's not meal prep today. Like I'm tired," but I'm like, "No, like let's get it done." And I'm usually the one to initiate. And I do have just a general interest in eating healthier and choosing your healthier options and finding the foods that nourish the body rather than deplete. And I love that I've made that a passion of mine, that I get to help other people do that too. So
that's, on that, I just thought of one. Okay, so I guess I have 6 now.
Yeah, I know.
I love that I have finally, I'm willing to try new things. That's new for me. I'm willing to try new things. Podcasting, meeting people, talking to strangers. That is not my norm. But in the last, basically since 2021, I like, when coaching was introduced to me, I'm willing to try new things, and I'm willing to fail at new things too.
I love that. That's important. Very important.
All right. I challenge everyone to make their own I love myself for these 5 things list, and hopefully you'll let us know. Send us a message or drop it in the comments, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.